Hi, my name is Lou Jaffe. I'm just a regular guy, kind of. I have to admit, got a pretty cool office. I'm a professor. I'm a former CEO. I've created $1 billion in shareholder value. But that's enough about me. This is all about you because you ended up on this video because you're looking to get a raise or you're looking to get a promotion in the next 90 days. And you may even be in fear that your boss doesn't know your name or doesn't know your capabilities. Well, that's what the One Day MBA is all about. It's how to make you a better business person. It's how to help you be seen as that go-to person. It broadens your vision. It gives you tools. It gives you tips. It gives you techniques that make you create wins at the office. And the only way you're going to get the win that you're looking for, the win that gets you more money, more time off, more authority, more responsibility, better title, is by creating wins for the company. So we know what your win is. Get that something special in 90 days. Well, then you have to create wins for the company. And that's what I want to share with you, the things that I've learned. Throughout my career, sometimes things went really well. And sometimes things didn't go so well. And I was put in positions where I was ill-prepared. But I've learned the lessons from being ill-prepared. And I never want to see you in that same spot, which is why I put this program together. So, with that said, and listen, I am not an actor. I am not one of those guys that perfects their videos. I'm just a good guy, a professor, a lover of music, a rider of motorcycles. But again, this is not about me. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about you. You want something special. So how do you get a win at the office? Well, that's pretty simple. It may sound like a complicated idea, but it's really simple. It's do something special. It's being importantly different, not just interesting. It's knowing how to look at business in a big picture. Now, I'm speaking in broad generalities, but the truth of the matter is there's some real specifics. So as an example, many of you have already taken something called a Myers-Briggs index. So you understand your personality type. But the truth is there are 15 others, and we discussed this in the book, and we discussed this in my video program. What's so important is for you to understand the person on the other side of the table. And so you understand who you are, but take a look at the 15 other personality types, because not everybody is you. So here's a great example. Let's say you are someone that loves numbers and you need to understand everything in a very analytical fashion. But you're talking to somebody that's a big picture person. If you start spouting numbers, you've lost them because they don't think that way. But if you talk about the meaning behind the numbers, or you talk about the big picture and you create a picture because they're visual learners, so you create a mental picture for them, they're going to think you know your stuff because they're going to communicate with you, meaning they're going to understand what you were saying. And that's how you get a win, by your ability to create a relationship with somebody and show them you understand them. So first and foremost is the Myers-Briggs, and looking at it not just from who you are, but understand the people on the other side of the table. And I'll give you a great example of that. I had a former student, someone that took this program, not just somebody that took my program here. You can see my beautiful office at Loyola Marymount University, but not one of my students at the university, one of the people that took the One Day MBA program. He's a CEO, and believe it or not, CEOs need to learn also, but he's a micromanager. And he had a hard time with employee turnover because he never really gave people the opportunity because he didn't have trust in them, because he is incredibly analytical. And he realized, after looking at Myers-Briggs the way I explained it in the program, he realized he had to think the way the people on his team thought. And by doing that, he started giving people more space. He also used something called the Balanced Scorecard, also explained in the program and in the book. The Balanced Scorecard helps you assign to people not just what you need to get done, but how you're measuring it, how you're defining success. Does it require training? Can people just be thrown into it? So what is the learning impact? How it's going to impact customers? So it's a full circle. It looks at the whole business. And by him starting to use that, he could give people the space for them to excel. So those two little lessons impacted him a way that he cut turnover in his organization in less than a year by 50%. And turnover is outrageously expensive. So if you want to think about the wins that you can create for your organization, saving money is always an amazing win. And we give you lots of tips and lots of techniques in order to do that. I just mentioned too the Myers-Briggs, and I've mentioned the Balanced Scorecard. But I had another person that was in the restaurant business, and he was the general manager of one store. And his goal was to become a regional executive vice president. The chain had over 30 stores, and he was responsible for one. He took the program, and he realized that he needed to become more passionately dispassionate. And I know those two words don't go together really well, but they're so true. Because he had all these great ideas, but the people in the kitchen had ideas because they knew their job better than actually he knew their job as the general manager. And he started listening to people instead of just having his idea. By being passionately dispassionate, he was more open-minded to all of the ideas. And then he put those ideas together to create a plan, and he increased revenue in his own store. And then, because he was really confident, because he made a difference, he was able to talk to his boss and say, listen, I would love at our next managers meeting where we bring all the people together, I want to share some of the stuff that I've been doing, because that will help all of our stores. He didn't say, I want a promotion, I want a raise, I want anything. He just wanted to show the company that he had a different way of doing things. And his manager listened to him. He made that presentation. And his higher-ups realized he's something special. And when there was an opening for a regional vice president, he slid right in. Would they have ever noticed him? Maybe, maybe not, because he had a successful store. But the fact he shared his ideas with no agenda, just I want to share the ideas and make the company better, he got wins for the company. And when the company wins, they look at the people that helped them get those wins, and that's how he got that promotion. So this secret to getting ahead in a company has nothing to do with let me dress up. Yes, you can't be a slob. It has nothing to do with that new suit. It's got nothing to do with playing golf with the boss. Yes, that's part of building relationships, and relationships are so key. But it's also an element. It's one piece. So part of what we talk about in the program is the ecosystem of business, all the things you need to put together. Relationships are an element, but understanding how to make money or save money for the company, understanding how to find a new market by having this broader vision of looking at the ecosystem of where your company plays, that sets you apart. That makes you importantly different. And the more importantly different you are, the faster your career starts to rise. And I want to share those lessons with you because that is so key. So I've given you a few elements, and I hope you say to yourself, you know what? The definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting new outcomes. Not my saying, Albert Einstein's pretty smart guy. But here's the deal. You take yourself, your significant other friends out to dinner, you spend $200, $400 on a really nice dinner or weekend away. When was the last time you invested in yourself? Do something different. Invest in yourself. Become so importantly different with the lessons that I share with you and the techniques I teach you how to do. And often people hate the word teach because that means they don't feel like they know stuff. So I prefer the word share and show, But what I'm really doing is teaching you. And the only way I know if I taught you is if you learned. And so I am equally invested in your promotion because I want to know that you learned something. So take the program, send me an email, tell me how things are going, ask me a question. I'll get back to you because I want you to be the best that you can be. It takes hard work. There is no such thing as a free lunch. There's no such thing as, everybody gets promotions. Make yourself special. Focus on little things like what I call the French fry rule. Check it out in the book. Having discipline to do the right thing the right way over and over again creates sustainability in a business. It means it costs things less to get accomplished because you're using the same tools. We refer to that as being leverageable. And it's having that discipline. These are the things I want to share with you so that you get to the goal that you absolutely want. So thanks for spending the last 10 minutes. If you're interested in learning more, and I hope you are, because I want to be invested in your success, click below, take a look at the program, buy the program. If you don't believe it's changed your lives, I have a 100% money back guarantee. Because for me, as somebody that's created $1 billion in value in his career, I'm not all about the money. I'm all about your success. So take a ride with me. Let me help you achieve the goals and the dreams that you have, because I have been so fortunate from all the mentors I've had, from the team members that I've had around me. I've had a great journey. Let me share it with you. Have an awesome day, and thanks for hanging in there with me.